about this sculpt. They did a good job at sculpting pretty much Gaara as one piece. His hands were sculpted separately. They are inserted with steel rods, and I'll remove one just briefly, not all the way, just to show you where they do disconnect on that wrist area. But really great because it allows for a very fluid looking profile stance for Gaara. This piece right here is actually a little bit loose, but intentionally. Those magnets do have a purpose. We'll get to that later. And on his feet, we'll see the notch with the metal rod that keeps him secure onto the base. Sculpted separately are two pieces of garment that were done in a very dynamic position. The rectangular magnets here are extremely strong, and they really need to be with the way that they do attach to his waist. Here is the second piece, and I will briefly show you how they're attached to his waist. It's amazing how two pieces of dynamic garment do take this to a whole different level in the way that it brings it to life. Before I install him onto the base, I'm actually going to remove those two pieces because there is a sand effect that we're going to be showcasing next that will get in the way or scrape or scratch those pieces if I don't remove them. This is the sand effect piece that we will be seeing coming outside of Gaara's sand gourd. The texturing is very different from most other Gaara statues that I have. Usually it has a sandpaper feel to it, and this one, it doesn't. It's actually pretty smooth all around, which I can appreciate because the other one is very dangerous. When you have the sandpaper texture, you can't scrape it up against anything or you're going to take some paint right off the statue. With the sand effect attached, we'll go ahead and add these two pieces of the garment back on. Now, the piece that we're going to be installing next, right here, is the one that I was scared of actually scraping when installing the effect, so that's why I did put these on separately. One thing to point out with this statue is that it is 1/6 scale. That means it is larger than some of the statues that I typically own, and with that, it allows you to really create a statue where you can appreciate the details more because it's a larger statue altogether. The largest effect piece included for this statue is none other than Shukaku's hand, which is larger than my actual hand. Unlike the base, which is solid, this hand is actually hollow, so very lightweight overall. The texturing is the exact same that we saw from the effect piece coming out of his gourd, and I love all the different details that are jam-packed throughout this hand. It has that nice veiny look that we all know that Shukaku has all throughout him. The nails or claws on him were also shaded very nicely. I still can't get over the size of this thing. I couldn't believe when upon taking it out, it's the size of a pretty much average adult hand. My hand size is not too huge, but looks amazing. Also included with the statue is two different things inside of this certificate of authenticity envelope. First, you'll see the actual certificate, and man, if this isn't one of the most legitimate certificate of authenticities I've ever seen before. I've seen quite a few that have been released, but this one actually makes me feel like I won some sort of award or something. Very cool, though. This will definitely help people know that when they receive this piece, if they're selling it secondhand, that it is authentic. The second thing that was included is something I've never seen included on a statue before. It is a booklet that first showcases where all the pieces sit inside of the statue. This is one of the most priceless things to have whenever you're reselling a statue. After that, it comes with instructions and an outline of all the different pieces so you know what they're labeled as and how you can put them together on the statue. I really wish that other studios would do something like this because some people struggle to put statues together, and when you sell something, it's been many, sometimes months or years since you've unpacked it, and it helps to know where things go in the original packaging. Sing it now, y'all. We are family. I got all my Gaaras in me. No joke, this has to be one of the most satisfying shots I've ever had the pleasure of filming and also taking a picture of for the thumbnail of this unboxing. From right to left, we have Monkey Sun Gaara, and then next to him directly is Singularity Workshop Gaara, which is my all-time favorite version of Gaara. Behind him to the right is also Cloud Studios. We're going to call that part 2 of their statue. Then we have in the middle Ryu Studios. And then Cloud Studio Gaara, which goes along with that Ultimate Defense we see on the far right. And then to the very left, we have LB Studios, Gaara and Shukaku. Do me a favor and let me know in the comments section below which Gaara statue is your personal favorite. It's always a pain to bust out all these statues from the display cases, but so worth it when you get an awesome shot like this to share with everyone. As always, a huge thank you to my official members of the channel. If you have not already done so, be sure to check the links in the description for any information about memberships, and as always, hit me up if you have any questions. This statue is without a doubt one of the best Gaara statues ever created. It does come with a hefty price tag because it's an official licensed product, but man, is it a masterpiece of a statue. Well, it's about time to wrap up this video, and if you aren't currently subscribed to the channel and you are enjoying my content, I do want to encourage you to click that and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads when they come. As always, everybody, do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.